Hello, my name is Swissbianco. Here my video in English about the current situation in Swiss about the EU gun law that will be in effect from August 15, 2019 over Swiss gun law. A couple months ago the Swiss did have a people vote on a Sunday if they wanted that international or foreign law be over Swiss national law or not. Normally and usually national law is on top of that given nation or country. Guess what the stupid Swiss did vote for? Correct, that international or foreign law is on top of Swiss law. Some couple months less, the Swiss had another people vote about the EU gun law. If we Swiss should put that law on top of Swiss law, and from time to time, as the EU changes their gun law, we Swiss would adjust the Swiss gun law to current EU gun law. Guess what the stupid Swiss did vote for? Correct again, that EU gun law is now the Swiss gun law. Now I have to step back and explain to you how that vote did happen. I did follow that one close and in detail as I study history, and this was a historic moment, as from start for me was clear that we Free Swiss will lose and have to greet Gessler's hat from then on. Since back in the 1990s it was clear that once there will be a Swiss people vote where all Swiss can vote for a certain matter. If that matter is firearms, we will lose our freedom and firearms step by step. Cause there is no constitution like in USA that protect that God-given right of arms. That's why I did leave that shithole Swiss as soon as I legally could and emigrated to USA to be on the safe, free side. So how can you manipulate people into voting that they lose their freedom? Well, the EU did not like that in the middle of Europe there are more free living Swiss that are relative well armed, and that legally. They wanted to get rid of that. This together with the Swiss government and bureaucratics that are against legal armed citizens, as they fear about their power, cause they often misuse it. The Swiss government also want traditionally for us Swiss to join the EU, but the citizens so far are against it, hopefully forever. Cause some politicians want better paid jobs in the EU, and that's the only way gonna happen as we Swiss join the EU. So the EU said we had to do this new EU gun law cause Muslim terrorists did hardest crime. That these terrorists did do their crime with illegal and banned for decades in EU, fully automatic firearms and explosives, they did not tell. The EU said by mid-2019 Swiss need to put that EU gun law in action in Switzerland, or we can no longer be part of a EU security network called Schengen. This of course did scare many Swiss. The liberals did argue that without Schengen we will be flooded with criminals and illegal asylum seekers, as Europe is flooded with such, as their borders are to the day wide open. Basically all migrants in search of a place where they can get paid social security. Then there was the Swiss government that did plain lie to its citizens by telling that nothing gonna change or affect Swiss gun law as we take the EU gun law. My question was, why then have an EU gun law first hand if it doesn't change anything anyhow? But we all did know it is a complete disgusting lie, but some uninformed did sure fall for that. Then of course we had some people and groups in Swiss that are anti-gun and anti-freedom, make advertising for the new EU gun law, that it will save the world and crime will be gone and all that nonsense, and of course some did fall for that as well. Of course the press is also mainly left and communist, and they were all in for the new EU gun law and made everything possible to make it look good and us free Swiss look bad. So you see, it was a mix of different matters. Foreseeable for me, as I did study that since 1984. I had the bad luck to be born in Swiss, and 2007 I did legally emigrate to USA, where I live in freedom and pursue happiness. So the general direction of the EU gun law is clear. The population of the EU, any country, will be disarmed. It will be illegal to have firearms and dangerous items like knives. We see example of such Orwellian nonsense happening today in United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, Germany, and many more places. The EU goal is that only the military, police, security, and of course the political party in charge people will have legal firearms and equipment. It is a multiple step plan to go over some years, but one day it will be reached if the people there don't stop it. Now for the Swiss government, they did win big time. First, Swiss people that may be against Swiss government but pro-freedom will lose their until now legal arms and equipment. Because Swiss public voted that international law is over Swiss law, technically legally, that EU gun law construct can't be overturned in Swiss court. Swiss got another step closer to EU, so one day the Swiss government will plain open say we must now join the EU for some reasons, and there won't be much of a change cause already near all laws are EU laws and on top of our Swiss laws. Then a Swiss is part of EU, which we are not today. The Swiss politicians can go to work for the EU and get way better paid and have a greater influence and power as well. Their wet dream for decades since the EU was established. What's gonna happen now is from August 15 on that EU gun law is Swiss gun law. Started Monday after the vote. Sunday the police already offered to take arms that were no longer wanted or needed as they published online and in print press. Some people gave up their legal arms for free by the Swiss police, talking about stupid again, instead legally sell to a gun dealer and get money out of it. Certain arms are now banned, magazines as well. Ammo also. Many arms like BB guns need to be registered, as well as paintball, soft air and wall hangers. Such all needs to be registered with the police according to a Swiss police PDF. I linked that in the description. There are way more serious changes, but I will go into detail of those as the situation did settle and a clear view is possible, say towards the end of 2019, how that all did work out in Swiss. The extra work and effort for all the registration is clear. All arms or similar needs to be registered for later confiscation. Historically it was always that way. Sooner or later registered arms led to confiscation. In Swiss a couple years ago they did change the gun law that all legal arms need to be registered. So by now, step by step, if banned, the Swiss bureaucrats know exactly who has what and where to go, send the police, get it, or a letter that you have to leave it by the police with no compensation. That is the story of how people of a shithole did vote for lose their freedom and armament. As we learn about the history of Swiss, we Swiss always had to fight. Be it against Austria, Germany, Italy, France, from beginning of Swiss country. But at least back then the front was clear. We did not have traitors, corrupt criminals within Swiss. It will happen again as history repeats itself. May this video be a lesson for the Swiss. For us in USA, I hope we learn how important legal arms and a well-armed population is for a nation of free humans. It's our God-given right and nobody can take it from us, unless we give it up willingly and be a slave from then on, to the owners, like the Swiss, to the EU. Gott stehe euch allen bei. Greetings from USA.